advisor, the teller, everything. What happens after a while? You get a heart attack. You get tired, right? You get overwhelmed. Again, I get so many managers who say, I just want to rest, I want to relax, and I can't do that. Even when I take a vacation, what happens? I dream about work. So that's because you would feel like everything is on your shoulder. You are responsible for everything that happens in your business, which is true, it's your baby, right? What happens when you act as a democratic, or you use that democratic type of leadership? It's less stressful. Does that mean that you let your employees, who are not as experienced as you are, you're the business manager, take all decisions? No. But we're talking about empowering them and getting them to make decisions and help you run the business. But doesn't that involve risk? Of course it does. So how do you control that? You train them, mentoring, you develop them, and at the end of the day, everything happens under your supervision. Okay? So we're not saying by being a democratic or non-democratic or non-directive manager is that you let everybody or anybody run the business. That's not what we're saying. We're saying that you empower them, you involve them, you have them engaged, you share the responsibility, and at the end of the day, it's under your control. So these are the main type of leadership. I love these two quotes. I wanted to share them with you. One by Eisenhower, and let me please read them for you. One about the art of leadership, is the art of getting someone to do something that you want as a business owner or as a leader, not because you want it, but because he wants it. Who's got teenagers? Yeah? Okay. When you have a teenager and you ask him or her to do something, tell them to do something, what happens?
You have to ask them about 4 times.
4 times, yeah? Okay. And at the end of the day, a teenager does what? Thank you. I read myself. Yes, okay. Yes, Dad. Yes, Mom. But they would go and do what? What they want to. Anybody here still in denial and doesn't believe that we have a child or a teenage within each one of us? Doesn't matter how old we are, we do. We do. And we do not like to be told what to do. Yes, as a business owner, you need to run your business. Yes, you need to tell your employees what to do. But how do you say it? Do you order them to do something, or do you involve them? Do you get them to believe in your vision to help you achieve your goals, your business goals, or you treat them as resources, just resources? That's a question for you to answer. The other quote is unknown, but I really like it, and it says, a good leader inspires others with confidence in him. A great leader make them confidence or inspire them confidence in themselves. When you have a confident employee, it doesn't matter if it's a teller or a shop girl, or it doesn't matter. A confident employee would help your business or not? How much more than a scared employee who doesn't want to take responsibility or worried about getting punished if took the wrong decision? You can see the difference, right? Okay. Sir. Thank you. What's your good name, please? Yes?
Yeah,
Chris. Chris, would you tell us about the good manager that you recall, the one that you enjoyed working with? What was special about him or her?
He basically let me get on with what I wanted to do. I could do the job very well, and he would just guide me into what I wanted to do and let me get on with it. If I did something wrong, he'd tell me, but he wouldn't bawl me out or anything. He would just, as you said, guide me into the right places.
Okay. And what about the not so good?
I felt all the time that there was just nothing I could ever do to please him or anything. He would always find things, criticise the work and everything. And in the end, I just didn't bother. Just didn't bother me.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, we had, so from the previous session, we had similar inputs. As in, that good manager used to empower me, help me out, developed me, and the not so good manager is always about didn't treat me well, didn't treat me with respect, didn't appreciate what I did, no matter how much effort I put in the job. Nobody ever talked about money. Visit your thoughts about the two managers you had in mind. Was money involved? I don't think so. That's because at the end of the day, we're human. And when you treat the human inside, in the employee or your team, you win them over. And that's what makes you a leader or just a manager. So if you are to develop your employees, what tools do you use at the moment? Let's hear from you. What tools do you use to develop your employees? On-job training? Training? We're going to be talking about new tools that it doesn't matter if you've got a small business or a big business, you can use. It's all about how willing you are to really develop your employees and some time that you invest. Can you invest money and get profit without investing some in the beginning? Do you get dividends or profits on monthly or yearly basis if you didn't invest a lump sum in the beginning? You can't, right? Unless you stock market or a lottery. You got to invest in the beginning to get gains. So we're going to talk about these three tools today, but before that, I want to run this list by you. We ran a survey of 3,000 employees in HNI. Different backgrounds, different nationalities, and we asked them to tell us what they need from their managers, what they need from their leaders, business owners, you name it. And we had a list of 11 points, and I tell you, money was not on the top of the list. So let's look at that, and most probably, the thoughts you had about the good managers and not so good managers would be here. The good ones would be here, and the opposite of that list, of what's on that list, would be why you didn't like the not so good manager. One is about making time. Do you make time for your employees? Do you tell them where they are? Do you keep them in the picture? Again, even if your business is small, it doesn't matter. Do you treat them as partners, or you treat them as just resources? Do you tell them what's expected from them? What's a good performance and what is a great performance? They want you to tell them where you're going, you and them together as a business, so they know how they can help you. It's again about involvement, sharing, and contribution. They want to be supported, they want to be challenged, they want you to inspire and motivate them. And people say, oh, but the business is it's just so hectic, Hanan, you don't understand, I don't have time to braise. And I'd go back to the quote I started the session with. If nothing changed, that formula, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, that is insanity.